Good morning, campers. We are still in Nevada, a separate Nevada trip from the one I previously recorded last week. We have looped to a different part of Nevada. We're up, bit of wind. We are up near Fallon at the moment. Fallon Air Force Base is just off to our south. That's the Air Force Base where all the Top Gun folks come and practice when that's happening, I think. I think Top Gun happens out here, even though Top Gun's Navy, but they do it out in the desert for the most part. Or at least I think Top Gun's Navy. Top Gun might just be like all of the pilots for the American military now that I think about it. But yeah, I think that's out here because there's a bunch of stuff that's named for Top Gun on US 95 down here near Fallon Air Force Base. But we are not on US 95, we are on Interstate 80. We had a load that came up to the Walmart DC here. That was pretty good. Pretty good load, $3 a mile. I love those. And we were literally, it was out of the same customer I had just delivered to on that little cross Los Angeles load that I did after the previous load. So we took that load that we had on us down to LA, and then we sat in LA for half a day. Got another load that was just run over to Oxnard, pick up some veggies, and bring them back to LA, East LA. So we basically drove 120 miles each direction across Los Angeles, which was fun. Hit a lot of traffic, but that was fine because the load paid $2 a mile as well. So that load paid $2 a mile. We dropped it off at a Walmart DC down in Colton, California, which is near San Bernardino, east of LA. And then next morning we had a load out of Colton, which was super easy. We got a brand spanking new 2020 Prime trailer, which, yeah, model year 2020's already started for Prime. Prime trailers are super far ahead on the model years. Like, there were 2020 trailers in the fleet in 2018, and I don't understand how that works, because I thought there was, like, some legal requirements for that as far as model year stuff goes, but, you know, Prime's weird with their numbers sometimes. It might not actually be a model year 2020 trailer, but it is, as far as Prime's numbering system is concerned, it's a 2020 trailer. But so we've got this now, which means we've got these really cool new aerodynamic features on this trailer. If you remember, we've shown older trailers in some videos before that have these large aerodynamic fins on the back of the trailer. We've had two different designs of those on Prime trailers, at least. We don't have them on our Wilson Logistics trailers at all, but Prime trailers have them. So the Prime trailer ones, the old style was what was called a boat tail, which was the most useful and effective version, and it was a tail that slightly narrowed and drew in from the back of the doors. And the wings would fold up onto the doors and lock in place. And the driver had to manually, we just got passed, so we are empty at the moment, so I got blown to the side a little bit. Because it is A, windy, B, we're empty, C, it's raining, and D, the person that passed me was going like 30 mile an hour faster than we are, because we're doing 58 on an 80 mile an hour highway. It's fine, there's no traffic. So we got a lot of wind off that guy. Here's another one. Bright orange Volvo. Big sleeper on that one too. Allied Movers. But yeah, so then so the thing with those wings was the driver had to get out and manually open and close them, and Prime had trouble with drivers that just did not care, so they were just not using them. And when you don't use the tails, they actually hurt you, because they do add a little bit of weight to the trailer. It's not much, but when you've got tens of thousands of trailers all on the road at the same time, if any sizable percentage of those aren't using their tails to save fuel, then it's costing you fuel. So Prime finally got tired of trying to get drivers to open them on their own, and they switched to a design that flipped itself open when the truck started moving. And the problem with those is they did not have locks. to lock the wings to the trailer, and they were a different design. That, I mean, I have a degree in weather forecasting, which involved a lot of research and learning about how air as a fluid functions and aerodynamics and, you know, the concepts behind flight. And I do not understand how these fins were at all a improvement over the boat tail style, because these fins just went straight back on the left and right side of the trailer, and they did not have a top panel portion. So I don't understand how they were at all useful for aerodynamics, other than they just split apart the airstreams over the top and bottom of the trailer from the airstreams over either side, which might have helped a little, but I can't imagine it was much. But the problem with those is that since they did not lock to the back of the doors, yard dogs at customers we served did not get trained on those, and a lot of drivers simply don't pay attention to that sort of thing. And Prime ended up replacing a whole lot of dock doors at customers because certain customers, since cold storage warehouses, one of the difficulties of transporting cold items is that when the truck goes to back into the door, when the doors open, it's suddenly a lot harder to keep the trailer cool. So some customers have specially designed dock doors where you back in with your trailer doors closed, and they open them from inside, so you can keep your trailer cold without wasting fuel pumping air into their facility that might or might not be at a particular temperature right by the docks. Usually it's a little warmer in whatever room they have by the docks, because they might not always handle only frozen stuff. So they would bring stuff straight from their frozen section to the dock doors and onto the trailer. So if you have the trailer sitting in the door with the trailer doors open for a long time, it equalizes temperature with the inside of the room that you're docked to, which might not be a good thing, depending on what the facility specializes in. Oh, is it finally going to stop raining? That would be nice. Is that a rainbow? That is a rainbow. Cool. You guys can't see it. It's off to the side. Yeah, so when you back into a dock with your doors closed, if the fins pop open, it just destroys the door. Like, just bashes it inward. There's a great photo that floats around some of the online trucking groups of a warning posted at a Target distribution center that has a Prime trailer backed into a dock door with the doors closed and the fins open and the dock door destroyed. So yeah, that's up as a warning sign at a particular Target DC. I don't know which one. Probably the one in Pennsylvania near Crawfordsville? Crumpersville? I don't know. It starts with a C. Cumberland? Maybe. I don't know. But there's a Target DC on Interstate 81 near the Maryland-Pennsylvania state line. So that's where that is. Maryland or West Virginia? I forget which. You go through both between Pennsylvania and Virginia, and I don't remember which order you go through them in. Presumably it's Maryland, because West Virginia used to be part of Virginia, and I don't think there were any parts of Virginia that were over Maryland. I think it was Maryland, West Virginia, Virginia. So yeah, near the Maryland-Pennsylvania state border, there's a Target DC on Interstate 81. I think that's the one that photo is from, but I don't know. But so the new trailer, this is model year 2020, brand spanking new trailer. They've changed some things. We no longer have tails, no longer have proper tails anyway. There are still aerodynamic features at the back of the trailer, but they are now low profile. They don't stick out past the back of the trailer, so you cannot destroy a dock door with them. Now they're just these panels that fold over the side of, they fold over the edges of the back of the trailer around the doors on the top and sides. So they just kind of guide the air into the boat tail shape without having to have a boat tail that goes all the way back. So it's actually very clever and should work very well, is from my understanding of aerodynamics. I don't see how that would be, how it would, like, I see how it would work, and it's going to be very close to as effective as the full-on boat tail style tails that we had before. I mean, the most, in a perfect world, you would have a tail that came to a point behind the trailer, but obviously they're not going to do that. But this is, I think, the best you can do without having anything sticking out from the back of the trailer. Then when you open the doors, the wings just fold to the side. It's great. It's great. I love the design. They also did one really small tweak on the trailer that I appreciated, and I noticed, and I've never seen anyone else point out before, but on the new 2020 trailers, the DOT bumper underneath the back of the trailer. I've seen a lot of other companies try and use aerodynamic features to decrease the drag on that bumper. Usually they put like a giant plastic block in front of it that also contains the spare tire, but our spare tires are underneath the side skirt, so we don't really need the plastic block. So what they did instead is our DOT bumper now is wedge-shaped on the front. So it comes to a point. It's square in the back, wedge-shaped on the front, so it still functions as protection to keep cars from getting underneath your wheels in the event of a rear-end accident. But it's slightly more aerodynamic. So I thought that was very cool. We've got some cool news features on the new Prime trailers. I love it. I just love seeing the technological advancements happening in real time as I'm driving. Because when I started, a lot of the trailers just didn't have tails at all. And that was only back in 2016. Because they only brought the tails in with model year 2014 or 15, I think. I think it was 2014. Like the 1401 or the 141 series trailers, which is the second run of 2014 trailers. So they were only 3 years old when I started driving the trailer tails. So there were still a lot of trailers in Prime's fleet that just didn't have them. Woo! Where's that bus going? Lion M. Lion M. I don't know what bus line that is, but y'all are getting an electric bus because it just passed me going the other way on the back of a trailer. I guess there's not enough charge stations. No, there should be enough charge stations. It's Nevada. There's charge stations everywhere. Tesla basically got the state of Nevada to subsidize putting superchargers in every 150 miles on all the major highways. So it's a good state to live in if you are a driver of an electric vehicle. I think Interstate 80 might not have as many as I-15 and US 95 because they focused on the corridor between Reno and Vegas because the Tesla Gigafactory is near Reno. It's in McCarran, which is east of Sparks. So it's where the Walmart DC was. We were actually right by the Tesla Gigafactory. There's a restaurant across the street from the truck stop that I go to after I unload at the Walmart. There's a restaurant across the street that their entire gig is that there's like, here's a place to eat while you charge your electric car. And it's literally at the entrance to the Tesla Gigafactory on Electric Avenue. Of course, I didn't realize at the time. We've made that joke before, but no, that was Elon Musk that named that, I think. Because that's the road to the Tesla Gigafactory is Electric Avenue. Electric Avenue. Every other road in that area is named for a country. Like the road opposite Electric Avenue is Britain Avenue. The major highway is USA Parkway. Opposite the Walmart DC is Italy Drive. I think there's a Denmark Street up there as well. There's an Apple data center near there. There's some place called Switch something. It's called their Citadel campus, Switch Ltd. So they have a very it's an alarming looking facility. It looks like a Bond villain's lair. It's this giant bunker up on USA Parkway near the Walmart DC called the Citadel campus for Switch Ltd. My understanding is it's some kind of data center, but it's got like 12-foot high concrete walls topped with metal spikes. It's very imposing, but there are very lovely red accents on the concrete wall. So it's like they want to look. They want maximum protection, but they don't want to look quite as evil. Though I feel like if they wanted to look a little less evil, they would have gone with a color that wasn't red. It's like if you're gonna put a splash of color on your evil lair, it's going to be red, right? I feel like it would be red. My evil lair will have red highlights. So Alright, I think I've rambled on enough for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Eliodare, AzurAngel17 on Twitch TV. And Eliodare everywhere else. You can go to eliodare.com to get a link straight to this YouTube channel, but you're already here, so I don't know why I keep saying that. But, you know, easy way to share the YouTube channel with other people if you ever want to. I did it mostly for myself. But yeah, you can also find me at Eliodare on Twitter, as well as Xbox Live and Switch. Or the easiest way to find me on Switch is just friend me on Twitter, and then link to your Switch and your Twitter accounts, and then I'll just pop up, and you can friend me on there. I'm not online as a person you can play with a lot, but, you know, it's a thing. So you can friend me and see what I'm doing, and that's kind of a cool thing. I always think so. I don't know what the maximum friend limit is for Switch, but I intend to hit it. I intend to hit it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. Now it's raining again. Again!